2 years after the flood, Noah's son Shem fathered a son named Arphaxad. And after Arphaxad, Shem lived 500 years and fathered other sons and daughters. Arphaxad was the father of Shelah, who was the father of Eber. The Hebrews are considered to be the descendants of Eber. Eber fathered Peleg, and during the lifetime of Peleg, God divided the earth into languages at the Tower of Babel. After the Tower of Babel, Peleg fathered Reu, who was the father of Serug, who was the father of Nahor, who was the father of Terah. Terah fathered 3 sons, Abram, Nahor, and Haran. Abram took Sarai, one of his half-sisters, as his wife. Soon after, Terah took his son Abram and his daughter-in-law Sarai and departed to leave the prosperous Mesopotamian city of Ur. He also took his grandson Lot, whose father, Haran, had died. Terah and his family traveled northwest along the Euphrates River to Haran. From there it would be easier to travel into Canaan instead of crossing the great desert with all of the animals and possessions. After his father died in Haran, God spoke to Abram, making a covenant or agreement with him.
Leave your country and your people and the house of your father, and go to the land I will show you. There I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing.
God makes an incredible promise to Abram and his descendants.
I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you, I will curse. And all people of the earth will be blessed through you.
We must relocate our camp far away. But uncle, we have more herds than we have ever had, and growing. That I know. Our God, the Most High, has blessed us. But God has clearly spoken to me that we must move. The Most High has spoken to me that He will bless the peoples of the earth through me.
God has spoken. He will certainly show us the way.
So Abram left Haran as God had told him. They set out for the land of Canaan. While he was camped at the great tree of Moreh in Shechem, he heard the voice of God speak to him.
This land where you stand, I will give to your offspring.
My offspring? It is here that I have heard your voice, and it is here that I will build an altar to you. My uncle, there's not enough food. I don't see how we can stay here and live. God has promised me this land, but we must be able to feed our flocks and families. We will relocate to Egypt until the famine is over, and then we can return to the Negev.
I have heard that these people are pagans. They do not worship the true God. They worship gods from their great river.
They are, and they do, and I worry about my life.
What do you mean?
When the Egyptians see how beautiful you are, my life will mean nothing. They will see you are my wife and kill me so they can have you. Do this. You must say that you are my sister so that it will go well for my sake. They have great wealth among them. Yes, and great beauty. The woman in this caravan was beautiful, even beyond description. Yes, more beautiful than any woman of the Nile. If she is indeed as beautiful as you say, you will be rewarded for bringing this to my attention, and I will add this woman to my harem. You may indeed dwell in our land. It is before you. But this woman, she must stay in the palace with me. Well, she is my sister. She will do as you say. While he was there, Abram acquired large numbers of sheep, cattle, donkeys, and camels, as well as a large number of men servants and maid servants. But God was not pleased, as the woman who would become the mother of a great nation languished in a harem as the property of another man. Disease afflicts us and came on us at once. This man Abram has brought strange gods into our land to vex us, maybe even destroy us. What have you done? Why have you lied to me and told me she is your sister? It has been revealed to me that this woman is your wife. Get this man and his wife out of my sight, so that my entire household will be restored to health. They and everything they have acquired are to go with them. Uncle, where do you go now? We're returning to the Negev, and then to Bethel. With so many cattle and flocks, the land will support this? It is the blessing of the Most High. All that we have is from His hand. He has assured me of good in this land of His promise. It is to this land that I must return. God, you have brought me back to the land of promise. It is here I will worship you and settle our people here to make your name known. Pull your flocks back. They can drink after we finish and head to pasture. And yours are better than ours. Lot's animals deserve just as much to be watered when needed. Our master Abram is the owner and the grader, and his flocks will always go first. Now be gone! Uncle, our herdsmen fight. Your flocks are great, and now so are mine. This land is not enough to support us both. I must move. I desire to see no dispute between us. We are relatives, and I want to see no quarrels between your herdsmen and my herdsmen. Come with me. We shall part company, but the whole land is before you. You may have first choice of any of the land. If you go right, I will go left. If you go left, I will go right. There, choose the well-watered areas on either side of the Jordan River. I will go and make my home there, near Sodom and Gomorrah. My nephew, I honor your decision. I will move my tents far from there, near the great trees of Mamre. There shall be peace between our two groups. There was frequent war between the groups of the Fertile Crescent, as each of the kings of the cities-states maneuvered for power and wealth. One of these battles found the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah sacked, including those living in the area, like Lot and his family. Look, my lord, it is one of the herdsmen of Lot returning to us. We will see what he needs. I hope it is well with my nephew. There was a battle. 4 kings against 5. Many fell at the valley of Siddim in the tar pits. Lot and all that he has are now captive. Give him something to drink to refresh him, then he can show us the way. Gather now, all of our fighting men. At last count, there were 318 Mamre, the Amorite. Eshcol and Aner are allied with me. Go to them and have them join us. We march now to save my nephew and his family. As you say, my lord Abram. One of the men has returned with the news that the kings have stopped for the night in the Chavez Valley. Lot and his family most certainly must still be with them. Good. The King's Valley. We will divide the men and continue. Darkness and surprise will be our additional weapons. Uncle, you have come for us! It is Melchizedek, king of Salem, and with him is also the king of Sodom. Behind me my people bring bread and wine to refresh you after your great victory. But I bring much more, a blessing from the Most High. Blessed be Abram, by God Most High, creator of heaven and earth, and blessed be God Most High, who delivered your enemies into your hands. And to you, Melchizedek, priest of the Most High God, I will give a tenth of all that is here. I honor the Most High for giving me this great victory. Abram, give me the people, but keep all the goods for yourself in honor of your victory. That will not do. I have made an oath to the Lord Most High. I will accept nothing from you, not even the thread for the thong of a sandal. So you can never say, I made Abram wealthy. To the men who put their hands and men with me, Aner, Eshcol, and Mer, give them their share from the battle. As for me, I take nothing from your hand.
Melchizedek is a character in Genesis. What's odd in Genesis is after the fall of Adam, every single main character has a small genealogy. Noah had so many children, lived so many years, and he died. The next person lived so many years, had so many children, and he died. The next person lived so many years, had so many children, and he died, and he died, and he died. The author of Hebrews picks up this character called Melchizedek, and one of the first things he states is, this person has no record of either birth or death. Now, is Melchizedek a theophany? Well, I think the answer to that is no. And I think we know that because the people in the story of Genesis 13 and 14 recognize Melchizedek as a person. So this is a real king who lived at a real time, who had a real kingdom. Now, what's interesting about Melchizedek, one, there's no record of his birth or his death. It doesn't mean he's eternal. It just means in a book of Genesis, which is a genealogical book, does not give the record. Secondly, his name, Melchizedek, Melech Zedek. Melech in Hebrew means king. Zedek in Hebrew means righteousness. He is a king of righteousness. Furthermore, we need to look at his kingdom. He's the king of Salem. And in Hebrew, that root word is shalom, peace. He's the king of righteousness whose kingdom is a kingdom of peace. The book of Hebrews then points to Melchizedek as a type of Christ, in that Jesus Christ is a priest, not of the Levitical order. He does not do his work inside the earthly tabernacle, but he does it in the heavenly realities. Why? He's a priest of a different order, an eternal order, one that has no beginning or no end. Thus, the genealogical factor. Second of all, Jesus Christ in his death conquers sin and death itself. Thus, he is the king who has conquered sin and death and brought peace to his kingdom. And he's also the great high priest who sits right now at the right hand of God the Father, making priestly intercession on our behalf. So Melchizedek is a type of Christ. Christ is the fulfillment of Melchizedek in that he is the great high priest who has ushered in the rule of peace. That's why the book of Revelation says, in heaven there will be no more tears, no more wailing, no more covenant curses, because our King, who has given us righteousness, Melchizedek, has also given us a reign of covenant blessing, no more tear, no more sorrow.